Hello, today I want to introduce my explanation of third laboratory work. So before we get started, I want to just introduce you to the information that all my cases are working before I get explaining my test. So compliance test is working. I'm not using like string or any other methods that are created inside of the Java or any. So this test are passed. Next one. Next test. We are waiting. Yes, they also working. And the last one, let's double check. They also working, so everything should be correct. So let's look at the demo that we have. And here all my work that are working. So we can see the task explanation. And we can like compare. So first method output is correct. Here is the second output, third output, and it looks like it correct. Then the demo of the second task also looks correct, and the third output from the second task also looks correct. Um, then there is like additional Cyrillic, like Maya language is not really works as it should be. This kind of unfortunate, but other languages are looking correct. Okay, let's jump to the explanation. So part one. Part one is we have at the beginning just a main, just runs the program and displays the output that I need. Because if I run just a part one, it will show me some additional all like uh, things that I need. And so in my case, we have main function like convert. This is like extract the last names and emails from each line. It used like a regex and valid data lines, keeps the headers from each line, contracts like full name and email, and extracts the last word from the full name as the last name. So from the it builds like a last name and email. So then the next one is we have convert to is like the second version of how we can convert it. It just splits the name into last, middle, and the first name as the output. It's just similar line matching the header skipping. You just parse the full name using first name, the one word, second word, and the third word. Then we have the third convert, just formulate and alliance names an elegant uh, columns. The first pass through the data, we just run the line of first plan middle name by using our, where was it? Build like first and last first build first name middle name and login, and then find maximum length of each field for padding. Then we're going to have second pass. We're going to build for middle lines by padding each field to align them nicely. So yeah, and then we're going to trim the training like news line spaces so we have like it kind of beautifully and elegant way. We have a lot of additional for example, at the beginning, some not formals, oh my gosh, how to say like methods that just helps me run my code. So for example, is extract last name, it just returns the last word in the full name, and by finding the last space and returning the substring after it. We have like trim trailing widespread, it just removes trailing space and new lines. And for example, also we have additional methods that I was already talking about is build in first name and middle name. I'm recording, yeah. Yeah, everything's correct. We just call first name, then join first and middle name. We have method like first names, just splits the full name into first, middle, and last name parts by just splits by spaces. And first part, as I understand it, like a last name. Second part is just first, last name, and third parts you just as understand like first, middle, all between like the first and last, and then at the end it's just like a last name and just name it together. And then we have pad write. It just pads that string-wise spaces into write and read given list and append the space until the desired length is met. And name parts, it just holds first name, middle name, and last name as a field. Okay, the next one. We have second part. At the beginning, we again have some main function. It just loads some text from file txt here. And we can see that here we have text, and it's just showing what we have. And here we have one main function, convert. This convert is finds and returns all equal words in the input text as like shortest length. We starting from the one to the biggest one that we have in our text. We just return, for example, we're returning if there is no text. Then we have, for example, token words. We use this redax to find all non-widespread sequences. Then we store unique words in unique lengths. And the len count, it's like keep track of how many different lengths are there at all. And for example, we use a custom bubble sort method in unique lines to like understand in a setting order. So yeah, then we have like, for example, contain. We just use this method, private method, to check if we already integrate array containing a specific value. And for example, this is check if the string array contains specific word. It's just too different a little bit. And we have a sort method. It's just like sort integer array in access and in order using a bubble sort, just like bubble sort that I'm using here. The last one, almost the last one, is part 3. So what it's doing is giving an input, and here's our returning output as we have for a task. In main method, we reading all calling convert, and we have some additional methods here. For example, let's start with describing invert case. Invert case is like manually switch the cases. For example, from Latin letters A to Z, and the Ukrainian letters, other characters remain the same. Yes, and for example, we have find index is just a word. Index of a word is unique, which returns -1 if not found. And the main place where we have all of our logic is just convert method. It's here, and you just in core method, it's just find words using redax, mention Unicode letters, both Latin and Cyrillic. Then we're going to track like unique words and of how many times each of us has occurred. Then we like invert the cases of a word if it's like third, fourth, or sixth like occurrence. And if it's since before, it's using like invent case. Yes, like this method. So then we have Cyrillic convert. So Cyrillic convert is converts the decimal numbers, for example, with run into like specific string representation using a set of specific Cyrillic elements, as here, and it treats the number by thousand and units parts separately and use specific marker characters for 1,000 parts. For example, we have some data structure is digits, and it's a char of arrays storing like specific Cyrillic characters dropped by places values. It's just like some type of yeah. Here we have convert. It's just a main converted method, a string representing a number. So it's possible contains underscore, and we just double checking if it has or not. Then we checking if it's stored in the right amount of converts, like check if the number is in the valid like range. Then we split the numbers into two parts, it's thousand and units. Then we're going to convert both parts separately by calling convert Cyrillic. This is a place where we have some logic inside. For example, a number up to, where is it? 90, a flag indicating it's thousand. And then we using this information as a way for me to like understand which way for me to work with my code. Yeah. And for example, we have some helpful methods. For example, here we have underscore, and that's why I like have to remove this underscore to understand like this value, and just remove underscore from input string. And then we have parse like this private method just to parse the input string into integer, like manually, and throw an exception if an invalid character is found, just like the main function. Then we have positional convert. It just like how to say it, like let's just convert one positional numerical system base to another one, where the base like from 2 to 36. Let me check. So yeah, this one. So we have a convert method. It's just like a main one here, and we convert name from x to base y, and find the first and second column by understanding this like as a separation. We have like a base form, number string, a base to string. We're going to remove underscore from number string allowed by readability. Then we parse through base form to a base 2 using parse base. And we have a lot of helper methods for this case. For example, let's start with explaining with substring. For example, substring, it's like a manual implementation of string substring that we extract as part of the input string. Then we have remove underscore, just remove underscore from the number, and we have this case. Then we convert convert to decimal. I remember using it a lot here. Here just converts a number string in base form into decimal integer using char to digit to convert each character into digital value. And for example, parse base is just converts a string like 10 or 16 into like integer base value, ensure it within like a valid range again. And what else? We have char to digit. Char to digit, it just maps characters like 1, 0, 9, AZ to digit value that we need. And here, digit to char is just like different mapping, like char to digit and digit to char. And the last one is Roman conversion. It just like works almost the same. So let's check. So yeah, it's working.